All right, my buddy, I'm saying Charlie Gasparino, Michael Cohen, was telling us about this day and how it would come, and that Michael Cohen, the president's former personal lawyer, the fixer as he was known at the time, now finds himself in a fix and was going to prison for 3 years. He did not. That is, Michael Cohen talked to reporters on his way out. His lawyer still might. But I want to go back to Charlie on this because it seems, Charlie, that when you were first reporting this and his cooperation with the Mueller team and other prosecutors, it stunned the president. It really stunned him. What do you think of all of this and the 3-year sentence and all the rest?
I think it's, he's going to go to a federal jail, so it's not like he has to go to Attica in a state pen, so it's a little better time. I don't know what the sentencing guidelines are. You got to ask a lawyer, but they're mandatory sentencing guidelines. He may be able to get out for good behavior, for all I know. I can tell you that he's been telling friends for a long time that he expected to go to jail, that he was prepared to do it. I mean, if you could see, he was kind of resigned to it almost.
Right.
And he knew. I mean, I think he brought in Lonnie Davis and some others so he can get the sentence maybe knocked down a little bit. He cooperated somewhat.
Why did some prosecutors, the separate ones, so the New York prosecutors who were saying, no, he's not been that cooperative. Mueller apparently had to intervene and say, well, he has been. But 3 years, it could have been as much as 10 years in a worst-case scenario. But it's a new glean from that.
Well, it's the New York prosecutors that really matter here, because those are the crimes that he's being charged with, right? The campaign finance fraud. And he did name Donald Trump as an accessory. I mean, Donald Trump can be an unindicted co-conspirator on this. It's very possible. It doesn't mean he gets indicted, but he can be an unindicted co-conspirator because he was part of the alleged scheme that the U.S. attorneys from the Southern District.
These two women that
Stormy Daniels and McDougal.
Right. Wrote checks to. We're told at the president's behest.
One was a check and one was a payment in kind.
All right. Now, if the president is saying those were private funds, not campaign funds, you pointed out to me during the break an important distinction.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter where the money comes from as far as the Justice Department's concerned. They're looking at this as, why did you do this? And you could see Rudy Giuliani explain this. Rudy Giuliani says he did this because he wanted to spare his family the embarrassment. What the Justice Department has taken the position that he's doing this because it was during the middle of the campaign and he needed to, and if this came out, it would have hurt his chances to win the election. Thus, it's a payment for the purposes of a campaign, and it violates campaign finance laws.
So it has nothing to do with whether he was using campaign funds, as he says it did not.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter, and it actually doesn't matter. It's the purpose for what it's used for. Michael Cohen, pled, and he said the purpose was essentially for a campaign issue, right? Mm-hmm. Donald Trump will say, and Rudy, you could hear Rudy says this all the time, and that's the difference. This is purely personal because he wanted to spare his family the embarrassment. And, there is a judgment call there. I mean, I don't know which one it would be. I mean, he was clearly running for president, right, at the time. It clearly is embarrassing for him. So which one is it? You know what I'm saying? 50-50. I mean, it's up to...
So you're the president, you're seeing this. We've not gotten any response from the White House or anyone yet, and we're looking for that. But obviously, the bloom is off the rose as far as that relationship is concerned. I'm just wondering now where all this goes.
I wonder how the president actually delineates himself, separates himself out from Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen was up there. Now, I know Michael pretty well. I personally like the guy, and I know Donald Trump very well. Everybody knew that if you had to deal with Donald Trump, if you wanted to get to him, the person you likely call is Michael Cohen, and he sets it up. And he was up there in Trump Tower for so long. And, listen, he had side businesses that Trump had nothing to do with. But clearly he was working out of Trump Tower in those businesses. And I think that's the problem he has. If Michael Cohen was a sleazebag, he was a sleazebag on Donald Trump's property and using his phone system, and as he was helping Donald Trump on various matters involving all his business dealings. So remember, this is the guy you let in the tent. It's hard for him to separate himself out from a guy that's a sleazeball. And and I think Michael Cohen would admit, I don't think Michael Cohen would call himself a sleazeball, but if you ask him right now, the stuff that you did involving the medallions and the campaign finance stuff, is that sleazy? He would say yes. And I think Donald Trump has to take some responsibility for bringing this guy inside the tent. He was literally working in that office all the time. If Donald Trump had a problem with a contractor, Michael Cohen would intervene and try to, basically be the strong arm on the contractor. If a reporter, this happened a lot, would say something out of line, Michael Cohen would call up that reporter and threaten him. He literally was Donald Trump's Luca Brasi. I don't know how to, it is, by the way, it's an apt description. He was a tough dude, and, you know, he did, and you know, it's another thing that's interesting, Neil. When this first thing started happening with Michael Cohen, everybody thought it was medallions. You know, that was the inside, right. Because why? Because it's such a kind of a crappy business, to be honest with you, right. Tough business. And, you know, Trump should have known that he was doing medallion, you know, doing this stuff out of his office.
Well, there was a time when the president praised him before he became president.
Yeah, remember, great guy and a smart guy.
I say that about you.
I mean, yeah, I can't wait for you to stick the knife in.
Yeah, right. By the way, a lawyer friend of mine is saying that these along federal guidelines, the sentence cannot be reduced.
There you go.
That's one person. That's one lawyer. And I don't know where he got the law degree, but I'll check that. But we'll see. 3 years for Michael Cohen, and that time will start being served in March. A little more after this.